All right, looks like we got everyone. So I'll go ahead and get started. So you can go ahead and start the playlist now. I'll start it on my end too. So you shouldn't have to touch it at all. It goes along pretty well with the class. The second song is our core song. So you can go ahead and start it. And I'll mute everybody and we'll get started today in Supta Baddha Konasana. So come to lie all the way down on your backs. Then bring the backs of your feet and your heels to touch. And start to draw your knees out wide. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly, and just start to settle into your mat space. Start to bring some awareness to your connection points to the earth. Start to bring some awareness to the state of your breath and your body. And just take this moment without judgment here to honor this space. What does your body feel like right now? What's going on in your mind? Just let this all come naturally to you without trying to change a thing. This will go along a lot with what we are talking about today for our intention. So in moments like this where we're told to pause, to breathe, it's oftentimes that you can hold some space of judgment without even realizing, right? So maybe you feel like in this time of pause, you need to stay busy, learn a new hobby, try something new. But today, I invite you to think about the times where you can let go of these ideas, these judgments that you need to do something different than what you're experiencing right now. So in this moment, if you're experiencing something that you want to get out of, how can you stay and pause? Or how can you just recognize the times where you just want to sit still, where you want to take these moments of pause, and how can you release that idea of judgment from needing that moment of pause to settle in to create that space for yourself. So take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Feel yourself start to become heavier on the mat as you exhale. Deep inhale through the nose, fill up with air once again. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Feel yourself become heavy. Continue to settle in. Soften your muscles in your face. Relax your shoulders into the mat. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, start to close your knees together like a book. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze here as you bring your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you rock from side to side on your low back. Give yourself some love on your sacrum. Take a breath in. Then as you exhale, slowly release the soles of your feet towards the mat. So keep this bend in your legs here, preparing for bridge pose. So start to extend your arms out long by your side. Then walk your heels in so they come close to your fingertips. Bring your knees over your hips. Take a breath out, let all the air leave your body. And as you inhale, lift up bridge pose. Lift your hips, squeeze your thighs in together. Now come onto your shoulder blades as you continue to lift through your hips. Shine your heart up, lift your chin off of your chest. Maybe you interlace your fingers behind your low sacrum. Now take a breath in, stay here. And as you exhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky so that your heel is reaching up towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, find bridge figure four rather. So your hips are still lifted. You're crossing your right heel over your left thigh. Think supine figure four, but your hips are lifted. You're here for one more inhale. One more exhale, slowly release. And as you inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, release back down, but continue to lift through your hips. Power up through both of your heels. This time as you inhale, extend your left leg high towards the sky. Pause and breathe. Flex your toes towards your face. Exhale, cross over your left heel towards your right thigh. Bring your knee towards the left. Lift your hips. You got this here for 3. Lower in 2. And 1, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, release your left foot towards your right, then segmentally lower all the way down to your hips. Upward, middle, lower, back comes to the mat. Then as you inhale, once again, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Then release the squeeze and bring your knees to stack over your hips. Prepare for core. So bring your knees over your hips. Bring your shins parallel towards the sky. Bring your toes to flex towards the ceiling. Then start to interlace your fingers behind your head. Keep your elbows out nice and wide. Lift your chin off of your chest. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, crunch and hold. Lift your shoulders off of the mat. Make your shins parallel here. So maybe you bring your knees a little closer to the front wall so they're stacked over your hips. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release back down. One more inhale to prepare. Exhale, crunch up and hold. Squeeze your belly button in towards your spine. Continue to lift your shoulders higher. You got this for 3. We'll pick it up in 2. And 1, inhale, we lower. Exhale, crunch back up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, crunch, release, squeezing your belly as you lift. Keep your elbows out nice and wide. I'm right here with you, team. You got this. We're here for 8, 7. Hold at the top in 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold at the top in 2. And 1, hold here at the top. Small little pulses up towards the sky, melting your chest up towards the ceiling. Bring your heart towards your knees. You're here for 4. Lower your shoulders in 3, 2, 1. Release your shoulders down the mat. Pause and breathe. Keep your legs where they are. Your knees stacked over your hips. Just take a moment here to come back to your breath. Now start to gently unwrap your fingertips, but keep your legs where they are. And then start to bring your palms up towards the sky as if you're pressing the ceiling away from your face. With both palms, you're high-fiving the ceiling. Now take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your shoulders off of the mat, but keep your arms as they are. So this time you're pressing away the front wall with your palms. Create that traction as if you're pressing the wall away to engage through your core. Now take a breath in, hold here. Exhale, extend your legs long, and then start to straighten out your legs. Come to this low boat variation. Hold for 4, 3, bend your knees in 2, 1. Inhale, bend your knees, stack over your hips. Hold your shoulders off of the mat. Exhale, extend your legs. Inhale to bend your knees, stack over your hips. Exhale, extend. You got this last 8. This is all we have here. You got this for 7, 6, 5. Take a full body stretch in 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a full body stretch. Release your legs out long. Lay long on the mat as you extend your fingertips long overhead. Flex your toes towards the front of the room. Just lay here for just a moment without judgment. Stay in this moment of pause as you reach your fingertips long overhead. Feel that stretch, that length through your spine. Nice job, team. And as you inhale, gently start to bring your knees in towards your chest. Then as you exhale, start to rock and roll the length of your spine. We'll meet in a tabletop position. So gain enough momentum along your spine that you need to come to roll over to come to all 4s. So come on to your hands and knees. Navigate your shoulders over your wrists. Bring your knees, hips width distance apart. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose, round through your spine. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, push the mat away as you round, then release the top of your head towards the mat. One more round, team. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale to your neutral tabletop position. As you inhale, extend your right hand towards the front of the room. So your thumbs pressing towards the ceiling, your fingertips reach forward. Then as you exhale, send your left leg behind you. Bring your leg in line with your hip, point your toes down towards the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, crunch your elbow towards your knee. Come under your belly and towards your midline as you puff up through your shoulders. Continue to press through your left palm. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen your arm, lengthen your leg behind you. Exhale, crunch back in. We'll take it one more round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch back in. Listen for the change. This time, inhale, lengthen. Option to stay here and reach nice and tall, or bend your left knee and grab with your right hand for the top of your left foot. So right hand grabs your left foot, but continue for a quad stretch, but really continue to press in through your left palm as you lift your heart. Press your foot into your hand into your foot. As you feel the stretch through your quad, then you can start to lift your left knee a little up towards your head. Nice, team. Take one more breath in. Exhale, start to release down. Bring your left knee to the mat to meet your right. Then drop your right hand to meet your left. Come back to that neutral tabletop position. We'll take it on the other side. Inhale, extend your left fingertips in front of you. Thumb faces up, fingertips reach forward. As you exhale, start to reach your right leg back behind you. Point your toes down and continue to square through your hips. Stay active here through your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee and hold. Press the earth away with your right palm. Round through your shoulders, then cat-like spine as you bring that connection. Inhale, re-extend and lengthen through your spine. Exhale, crunch back in. We'll take one more round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch back in. Inhale to lengthen and hold. Option to stay here once again, or option for the quad stretch. Grabbing for your right foot, this time with your left palm, rather, as you press your top of your foot into your palm. Create that quad stretch here as you start to lift your knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to release your right knee to the mat, then release your left palm to the earth. Great job. Inhale to tuck your toes. Exhale, bear pose, hovering in your tabletop just a few inches off of the mat. Bring your knees just a few inches over as you really squeeze your belly in, arch through your shoulder blades and press the earth away, but navigate your elbows in towards one another. So you want to stay active through your arms and through your core. You're here for 3. Down dog in 2. And 1 downward facing dog. Press into the mat to lift your hips and your tailbone high. Continue to breathe as you reach your heels closer towards the mat. Spread your fingertips nice and wide as you ground down through your index and thumb finger. Find the length through your spine. And as you melt your chest closer towards your thighs, feel the stretch through your shoulders. Maybe you keep a little bend in your legs if you're feeling a little stiff this morning. Just start to breathe into that space of tension. Honor without judgment the space that you hold in this moment. Then find your pause, your stillness. And as you inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Slowly tiptoe your feet in towards your wrists. Bring your feet hips width distance apart. Then grab for alternate elbows as you bend deep into your knees. Let your belly drape over your thigh as you start to rock from side to side. Then release through your neck and the crown of your head. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Relieve the tension in your neck as you give yourself this moment of grounding to let go. Shift your weight closer into your toes. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gently release your fingertips back to the mat. Slowly bring your feet back together to touch. Then as you inhale, slowly come to rise up to stand. Stack vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Your head is the last to rise. Take your time to get there. Exhale, Samasthiti. Stand in attention. Draw your thumbs to heart center. Close your eyes as we honor our space. Come back to this intention. How can we practice non-judgment in these times of uncertainty for ourselves, for others, and just recognize these moments to pause, to breathe without needing to get out of where you are in the most present version of you. So take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up with your intention. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Nice, team. Gently start to open your eyes. Let's get started. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Reach your fingertips overhead, pause, and breathe. Now think as you shift your weight into your heels, lift your kneecaps, engage through your quads. Nice. Now start to lift up through your heart. And then as you reach up tall towards the sky, spiral your pinkies in as you relax your shoulders down. This will naturally lift your heart and shift your pelvis forward. Now as you inhale, start to bring your palms together overhead in prayer. And as you exhale, we'll take a shoulder stretch, a reverse prayer. So bring your thumbs to the nape, the back of your neck, as you bring your elbows out wide. So you're taking this reverse prayer grip. Your shoulders are nice and wide here. Your chest is lifted. Feel this opening through your shoulders. If this feels tight, option always to goalpost your arms or continue through this reverse prayer. Now take a breath in, hold here. As you exhale, start to fold with your reverse prayer, then release your fingertips down to the mat once you make your way there. So start to fold, then release your fingertips down to the earth. Nice job. Start to ground down through your left fingertips. Inhale, extend your right fingertips overhead, twist your torso open towards the right as you bend into your left leg. So you want to straighten your right leg. You want to feel the stretch through your right hamstrings as you reach up and feel this twist. Take another breath in. As you exhale, release your right palm to the mat. Then as you inhale, extend your left fingertips overhead so you peel your chest towards the left. Bend into your right leg. Feel this stretch through your left hamstring. Nice job, team. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, high halfway lift rather. So this time bring your palms to your thighs above your knees. So you're in this high version of your halfway lift. You're squeezing your shoulder blades. You can bend into your legs enough that you need to feel the stretch through your hamstrings, but send the crown of your head forward here and then gaze down for a flat back. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands to the mat, step back to your high plank and hold for just a moment. Stay firm through your foundation as you bring your belly button in towards your spine. Hug up through your shoulder blades and then flex your back towards the sky. This envision will allow you to feel the stretch through your lower belly. And as you inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Keep your elbows in towards your spine in your mid-body rather as you lower down. Now flip your tops of your feet into the mat. Keep your palms under your shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra. Little to no weight in your palms. Lift your chest and breathe. Small sips of air here. Really press into your feet to lift your chest off of the mat. Squeeze around your shoulder blades. You're here for 3. Lower back down in 2. And 1, lower your chest back down to the mat. Then uncurl your toes. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Press your way up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back high towards the sky. We'll start to move a little faster here, but listen for the changes. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold, step or float your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, reverse prayer. Bring your palms together, then drop your thumbs to the nape, the back of your neck, and spread your elbows out wide. Lift your chest to lift your heart. Take another breath in. Exhale, fold with your elbows out wide, and then bring your fingertips towards the mat. Nice job, team. Inhale, high, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your thighs above your knees. Squeeze your shoulder blades, send the crown of your head forward, gaze forward. Exhale, high to low plank. Exhale, fold and pause. I got ahead of myself here. Start to ground down into your left fingertips. Inhale, extend your right fingertips high. So you're still in your forward fold. Bend into your left knee, straighten your right. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, lift your left fingertips this time. Gaze up towards your fingertips. Exhale, release, back down. This time, inhale halfway, high halfway lift, bring your palms to your thighs. Exhale, high to low plank. This time, plant your hands, step back, shift forward, then lower down halfway, elbows tucked in towards your mid-body. Inhale, upward facing dog, press into the tops of your feet, lift your kneecaps, shine your heart straight in your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Friends, know that you can always take child's pose, or come right to downward facing dog or take cobra if that feels better for you and your chaturanga and your vinyasa. Now we'll start to move one breath to one movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, step or float to the front of the room. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, reverse prayer. Palms come together overhead. Bring your thumbs to the back of your neck, elbows wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold with your elbows out wide. Release your fingertips to the mat. Ground down through your left palm. Inhale, right fingertips lift, twist to the right. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, left fingertips release high, twist to the left, bend into your right knee. Exhale, forward folds, come back down. Inhale, high, halfway lift, bring your palms to your thighs, this time flat back. Exhale, chaturanga, your vinyasa, your journey. Feel your connection. This is your practice. What do you need in this moment? We will all meet back in downward facing dog. Nice work, team. We'll start to move on. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Point your toes down to square your hips. Exhale, right knee to nose. Round through your chest, your shoulder blades rather, as you puff up through your chest. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Softly plant your foot in between your hands. Bring your heel to touch then your toes. Then drop your back knee to the mat. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach your fingertips overhead, pause and breathe. Start to bring your left hip forward, your right hip back. Start to bend deeper into your front leg. This will naturally allow this to happen as you shift your left hip forward. Beautiful, spiral your pinkies in, lift through your heart. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Extend your right fingertips behind you, then send your left fingertips forward as you bring your torso, your heart, towards the right side of the room. Now you want to keep your hips squared. So can you feel the stretch from your upper torso? Then can you start to envision your back fingertips are reaching back to feel the stretch through your back shoulder. Inhale, low lunge, come through center, reach your fingertips overhead. Uncurl your toes as you inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Lift your back knee off of the mat so your left knee lifts. Reach your fingertips towards the back of the room as you squeeze your shoulders. Keep your heart parallel towards the mat as you extend the crown of your head forward. Then squeeze your fingertips in towards your spine. Start to ground down through your front heel. Inhale, warrior three. Shift forward. So extend your fingertips towards the front of the room this time. Then lift your left leg in line with your hip as you point your toes. Now, option to keep your thumbs at heart center if that feels better, or take this warrior three variation with your fingertips pointing forward towards the front of the room. Envision your spine as one line of energy here, so you're parallel with your mat, with the earth beneath you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, chair pose with thumbs at heart center. So step your left heel to meet your right, then sit low in your seat and keep your thumbs at heart center. Continue to lift your heart, lift low, sink low rather in your seat, but continue to press up through your chest. Now, can you sink 1 inch lower here? And then can you envision yourself with your heels rooted down, pressing the mat away from both heels, which will allow you to turn on your outer hips as you sink your tailbone nice and low. Sink your seat back so your knees are over your heels. Beautiful, take a breath in. Exhale, chair twist. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press into your palms.
Sink your seat nice and low here. So you want your tailbone to be in line with your knees. Sink super, super low. Bring your palms in towards one another. Keep your elbows in one line of energy as you twist. Big movement coming here. Start to ground down through your right foot. Then start to bend your left leg so it's lifting off of the mat. Then step back slowly to your revolved crescent lunge with control. Now, always an option here to drop down to your back knee if that feels good for you, to feel more supported, or stay lifted on your back knee. We'll be lifted in just a moment here. So we're here for 3. Meeting back in revolved crescent lunge with the knee lifted in 2. And 1. Inhale, star pose. Big movement. Start to open up towards the left side of the room. Bring your heels and your toes out. So as you rotate through the twist, you're gonna open your heels and your fingertips up towards the left side of the room. Pause and breathe here. Expand through your heart. Feel this breath come up through your body. Take another breath in. Exhale, warrior 2 towards the front of the room. Bend into your front knee. Make that connection here so your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Now think really pressing into the back edge of your back foot here to fire up through your leg. Then energetically reach for both sides of the room. Now can you sink 1 inch lower into your knee? Can you start to create that space here from your shoulders to your ears? Start to straighten out your front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Lift your heart, reach up and back. Pause and breathe. Square your hips towards the right side of the room. This will allow you to lift up through your heart. Expand up. You got this, team. Take 1 more inhale. Breathe through your side body. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga. Cartwheel your hands to frame out your front foot, your right foot. Then step your right foot back to your high plank and move through your chaturanga. Lower down halfway, elbows tucked in. Inhale, upward facing dog lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose, round through your shoulders, cat-like spine to make that connection. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, runner's lunge softly with control. Step your foot in between your hands. Now drop your back knee to the earth. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Reach your fingertips overhead. Pause and breathe. Can you lift up? Can you send your right hip forward, your left hip back? Can you reach over 1 inch higher? Big breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Uncurl your toes, lift your back knee, reach behind you. Create that parallel with your chest to the earth as you send the crown of your head forward, dip your torso forward. As you dip forward, think sending your fingertips long behind you. Feel that stretch, that opening through your shoulders. Ground down through your left heel. Inhale, warrior 3. Shift forward, launch forward into your toes of your left foot to lift your right leg high. Now use your glute of your back leg to lift your leg in line with your hip as you point your pinky edge side of your toes down. This will allow you to square your hips. Now always an option for thumbs at heart center or extending your fingertips long in front of you. You got this, team. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, chair pose with thumbs at heart center. So bring your thumbs to heart center, sink low into your seat. Now stay active through your legs here. So can you sink really low? Can you start to shift your weight into your heels? Maybe your toes even lift off of the mat. Lift your heart, drop your tailbone down towards the earth. Take a big breath in, expand through your chest. Exhale, prayer twist towards the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee, sink low into your seat. Can you sink a few inches lower as you start to find this twist? Make that connection from your elbow to your knee, then press into your palms to lift your torso as you twist. Gaze up towards your top elbow or towards the sky. Big movement coming, ground down through your left palm. Inhale, revolved crescent lunge. Start to drop your right toes towards the back of the room. Float with control. So we start by bending the leg, then with control, stepping back. Always an option here to drop down to your back knee. Focus more on the twist here that's available to you, or stay lifted through your back knee. We'll stay lifted here for 4. We'll meet back rather in revolved crescent lunge in 3. Knee high in 2. And 1. Inhale, star pose towards the right. So open up towards the right, bring your heels and your toes out. I'll open up towards you guys. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend into your left knee. Parallel your back foot with the back edge of your mat. Rotate your front knee to the pinky edge side of your front foot. And then think reaching towards each side of the room to expand through your arms. Soften your gaze in front of you towards your fingertips. Straighten your front leg, inhale, reverse triangle. Lift your heart, square your hips as you lift. Envision your side body filling up with air, which will expand as you start to lift your heart, lift your reach towards the back of the room. Lift your gaze as well as you take one last deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low push up. Start to cartwheel your hands here. Step back to your high plank, left foot steps back, then move through your vinyasa. Nice work, team. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll start to move, 1 breath to 1 movement, then we'll get a little break here. So stay with your breath, trust in yourself. You got this. Inhale, lift right leg high. Exhale, right knee to nose, puff up, round through your shoulders. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, runner's lunge, step through. Drop your back knee, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Ground down through your front foot. Inhale, warrior 3, shift forward. Exhale, chair pose with thumbs at heart center. Inhale, puff up through your chest. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hug your left elbow towards your right knee. Ground down through your right foot, bend your left knee. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Float your left toes behind you. Inhale, star pose, rotate towards the left. Bring your heels in, reach your fingertips high. Exhale, warrior 2. Sink low into that front knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten that front leg, reach up and back. Exhale, high to low, plank, chaturanga. You got one more side, team, stay with me, you got it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge, step through. Drop your back knee, uncurl your toes, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, recurl your toes, lift your knee. Fire up through your front foot, inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, chair pose with thumbs at heart center, step forward. Inhale, puff up through your chest. Exhale, prayer twist to the left, right elbow hooks to left knee. Ground down through your left foot. Start to bend into your right knee, step back, exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Inhale, star pose, rotate towards the right. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, warrior 2, sink low into your front knee, pivot your back foot. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga, you did it, team. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze halfway up your mat. Exhale, drop down to your knees, towel off. Grab some water. We'll check in, thumbs up, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. Awesome. You can always unmute me too if you guys need anything. I'm just gonna keep you guys muted though for music purposes. But take this time for you, towel off, grab some water. We'll take a quick break and then we'll be back in downward facing dog in just a few breaths. So what does it look like for you in this moment to take your pause without judgment? We'll all meet back in downward facing dog in 4. Take your time to get there. I'm counting really slow for 3. We'll meet back, hips high into, and 1. Come back to downward facing dog. We'll start to add on a little bit to that little series, and then we'll start to move on. So hips high, come to that downward facing dog. Listen here for the changes, the moment of pause. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose and hold here. We pulse up towards your chest. So pulse up towards your knee. Keep your knee pulling in towards your nose. Keep the grip of your mat firm. You're here for 3. Step forward to your runner's lunge in 2. And 1 step forward to your runner's lunge. So rather than extending back, just step right forward. Drop your back knee. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, baby back bend here. Go post your arms. Bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. Lift your heart. Expand through your chest. Gaze up towards the sky. Inhale, low lunge. Reach up through center. Exhale, half split. Start to straighten out your right leg. Come onto that heel, flex your toes. Fold forward. This is our pause. So we're flexing our toes towards our face here to feel that stretch through your hamstring. But continue to lift up through your hips. You want your hips squared and lifted off of the mat so you can bring your heart towards your thigh. The folds comes from your upper torso here to feel that stretch, but you don't need to fold a lot. Bend deep into your leg here to feel the stretch. You got this, team. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to bend into your front leg. Inhale, low lunge, reach your fingertips overhead. Uncurl your toes. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Reach back. Start to shift your weight forward. Inhale, warrior 3, we pick it up. Exhale, chair pose with thumbs to heart center. We've been here before. Pop up through your chest, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow to right knee. Ground down through your right heel, bend into your left knee with control, step back, exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Listen here for the change. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, lizard lunge. So bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Then toe heel your right foot to the right edge of your mat. Now, option here to stay lifted, stay more active here by lifting your back knee and coming to your palms. Or if you'd like to drop down to your knee, and then toe heel your feet a little closer towards the edge of your mat. You can feel the stretch a little deeper, maybe come to your forearms. I'm gonna say lifted here, stay through the power as you press the earth away. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, come to your palms if you're not there already, then lift your knees. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Start to walk your fingertips towards the left side of the room. Bring your heels in and your toes are out. So think that same movement in star pose. We're just rotating from our lower body. So bring your toes then to start to face the wall in front of you so that your heels are parallel. Beautiful. Now shift your weight into your toes. Start to release the crown of your head. Maybe you play around with your stance, so walk your feet in a little closer or a little farther. Maybe you grab for the back of your calves. There's so many options here, friends. So take this time for you. What do you need to feel this opening, to feel the benefits of just pausing, of just being still? Slowly bring your arms out to a T. Inhale, star pose. Slowly roll up with a flat back. Then bring your heels and toes out. Reach your fingertips overhead. Burst open. Exhale, warrior 2. We'll start to pick it up right where we were before. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach up and back. Exhale, high to low plank chaturanga. You got this, team. You know the changes, you know where we're going. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We got it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose, hold here. We pulse up, up. Exhale, exhale, start to pulse your knee towards your nose. Start to round through your shoulders, press the earth away here for 3. Runner's lunge in 2. Step forward in 1, exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your heel first, then your toes. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, inhale, low lunge. Nice work, friends. Exhale, baby back bend. Go post your arms, lift your heart. Bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, low lunge, come right back through center, reach your fingertips overhead. Exhale, half split. Start to extend your left leg, come onto that heel, flex your toes towards the sky. Remember, your hips continue to lift. Honor the side. Both sides of our body have so many different things to offer here, so how can you show this compassion for each side and what it has to offer? Maybe you play around with your balance and grab for the back of your calf here. It always feels good in my body to just grab for my calf as I stay lifted through my hips and my heart. Breathe. What does this moment of pause look like for you? Take one last breath here. As you exhale, start to lift your fingertips, bend into your front knee. Inhale, low lunge. Reach your fingertips overhead. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. We continue to flow. So step forward through your left foot. Inhale, warrior three. Shift forward, lift your right leg. Exhale, chair pose with thumbs at heart center. Bend into your knees. Inhale, pop up through your chest. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks the outside of your left knee. Now stabilize through your left foot. Start to bend into your right knee as you inhale. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge, step back. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, lizard lunge, next pause here. So start to drop your hands to the inside of that left foot as you toe heel your left foot back. Maybe you stay lifted once again, take what you need, or drop down to your back knee and come to your forearms. If you're looking for a little more of a restorative opener, if you're looking to build that strength, that heat, that tapas in your body, stay lifted here through your palms and engage through your core. Start to play around with your foot, so maybe you walk your foot a little bit more towards the left. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come off of your back knee and to your palms if you're not there already. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Rotate your fingertips towards the right. We're folding towards the right, so bring your toes parallel towards the right wall. Then start to fold deep. Extend the crown of your head towards the top of the room. Fold as you start to shift your weight into your toes. Trust yourself, trust your balance as you shift your weight forward. Breathe in this moment of pause. Don't worry, we will get moving. Inhale, bring your arms to a T, and with control, inhale, start to rise up to your star pose. Reach your fingertips overhead, peel your chest open. Exhale, warrior two. Start to pivot your front toes towards the front of the room, bend into your front leg. You got this. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, reach up and back, last time. Exhale, high to low plank, cartwheel your hands to bring out your front foot. Step back, move through your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge, step your foot in between your hands. Inhale, warrior one, pause and breathe. So pivot your left toes towards the left corner of the mat, but you want your heel rooted down. So maybe you take your stance wider to square your hips as you walk your right foot towards the right, or take a more narrow stance. Whatever you do, start to pivot your hips forward, then extend your fingertips overhead, peel your pinkies in towards one another. Continue to lift up through your heart. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, interlace your fingers behind your low back. And as you inhale, pop up through your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Start to bow forward as you shine your knuckles up towards the sky. Now continue to bend into your front knee. Maybe your shoulder starts to hook towards your knee or stay lifted through your chest. But stay active through your core to take the weight out of your legs. So your core is really lifting here. You're lifting up through your chest and your heart. Think up dog in your spine here almost as you squeeze your shoulders together. Take a breath in, lift 1 inch higher through your chest. Exhale, pyramid variation. So drop your fingertips, keep your legs as far apart as they are. Just pivot your back toes to face the front of the room. So there's a lot of a bend right into your front leg. You're just framing out your front foot. It's almost like you're in runner's lunge, but you are lifted off of your hips. Now start to ground down through your left fingertips. Listen here, team. Inhale, reach your right fingertips high. Take this twist as if you're in your easy twist, but you're in this pyramid variation. So bring your right fingertips towards the sky. Root down through your left fingertips. Big movement coming here, team. Ground down through both of your feet. Inhale, twisted T. So you're in your crescent lunge with your open arm twist, your twisted T. So your left fingertips are reaching back, your right fingertips are reaching forward. Your hips are still squared. Then crescent lunge, but with your open arm twist, your heart is open up towards the right. Inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your right fingertips towards the back of your left thigh. Then reach your left fingertips high. Stay lifted up through your heart. So as we do in reverse, breathe here, and as you think of lifting up through your reverse triangle, you're lifting up through your heart to reach up and back. Keep that bend in your front knee. Now big movement coming here, take a breath in. Exhale, start to dip your left elbow towards your right knee. So start to fold forward, make that connection here with your elbow towards your knee. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up to your exalted warrior. So we'll start to move through this movement. Inhale for exalted warrior. And then as you exhale, drop your elbow towards your front knee, but keep your fingertips towards the back of your thigh. Nice control through your legs and your core. Inhale, one more time, reach up. Exhale, make that connection. Inhale, lift back up, exalted warrior. Exhale, high plank. Cartwheel your hands to frame out your front foot. Step your feet back to your high plank. Nice job, team. Now start to drop down to your forearms. Forearm plank. Bring your forearms parallel. Once again, flex your back towards the sky. Stay firm through your core. You got this. And then as you inhale, exhale, start to walk your feet forward, dolphin pose. So you're coming to dolphin. Bring your hips high towards the sky. And then as you inhale, lift your right leg high. Then as you exhale, we'll pulse your right leg high towards the sky. So you pulse your heel towards the sky. We pulse, pulse, pulse. Exhale, exhale. You got this here for 4, 3. Dolphin pose in 2. And 1. Come back to that dolphin pose. Exhale, forearm plank, come forward. Lower all the way down to your belly, Sphinx pose. Nice job, team. Flip your feet into the mat. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Exhale, forearm plank, uncurl your toes, lift your knees. And as you exhale, press up to your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're meeting back in our downward facing dog. We got just one more side, team. You got this. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge, step through with control. Inhale, warrior 1. Root to rise, reach up and breathe. Spiral your pinkies in. Square your hips. Take that stance that feels good in your body. As you inhale, start to interlace your fingers behind your sacrum. Puff up through your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Start to bow your chest forward. Start to melt your left shoulder towards your left knee. But continue to lift up through your heart as you bring your chest down. Then send your knuckles towards the back of the room, then up towards the sky. Take one more breath in. Exhale, pyramid variation. Pivot your toes towards the front of the room. Frame out your front foot. So think runner's lunge where you're lifted off of your hips. You're bending deep into your front leg, but feeling that stretch through your hamstring. Start to ground down through your right fingertips. Inhale, easy twist in your pyramid. Extend your left fingertips overhead. Peel your chest open towards the sky. Big movement coming. Start to bend deeper into your front leg to prepare. Inhale, twisted T. Lift up. Then bring your arms out to this T variation. So you're in your high crescent lunge legs, but with your open arm twist. Left fingertips reach 1 inch back, right fingertips reach forward. Inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your left fingertips towards your right thigh. Reach your right fingertips overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your front elbow. Make that connection. Inhale to lengthen back up to your exalted warrior. With control, you're using your core. Exhale, start to bend down, make that connection from your elbows to your knees. We'll take one more round. You got this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch back in. Last round, we lengthen up. Exalted warrior, reach up. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands to the mat, step back. You got one more side, you know where we're going. Lower to our forearm plank, everyone's favorite. You're almost out, team. Take a breath in. Exhale, dolphin pose, walk your toes in, lift your hips high, feel that stretch through your shoulders. Then as you inhale, lift your left leg high. As you exhale, start to pulse your heel towards the sky. Pulse. Stay active through your back glute of your left leg. Stay pressing into your forearms to lift your shoulders here for 4, 3, forearm plank in 2, and 1. Drop, come to your dolphin, then shift forward to your forearm plank. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower down, release your belly. Flip the tops of your feet, inhale, Sphinx pose, press into your forearms. Take this back bend as you lift your heart. Begin to uncurl your toes, inhale, forearm plank, press in, lift your hips. And as you inhale, press up to your palms, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, you made it, team. Inhale, gaze halfway up your mat. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Option 2, take a quick water break. We'll start to make our way all the way down to our back to cool things down. Is everyone still with me? Good. Awesome. So start to make your way all the way down to your back. Take your time to get there. We'll start to cool it down. Take your time. And once you make your way down to your back, start to bring your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe rock from side to side. Then start to guide your knees over your hips. And as you exhale, find supine figure 4. So cross your right heel over your left thigh. Then maybe you stay here. Maybe you start to interlace your fingers behind your left thigh as you draw your knee in towards your chest. Create that traction here, right? So bring your heel in towards your thigh and your thigh in towards your heel. Stay flexed through both toes. Just square your hips. Then maybe you bring your knee 1 inch closer towards your chest. Pause and breathe. Take a breath in. As you exhale, goalpost your arms, release the bind of your left thigh, then let your legs fall towards the left for a supine figure 4 twist. So bring your right foot towards the left side of the room as you let both legs fall, but glue your shoulders to the earth. You continue to feel the stretch through your hips, but also twist from your low spine. Maybe you close your eyes, maybe you take your gaze towards the right side of the room. So you now start to bring your knees back in towards your chest to neutralize your spine. We'll pause at the center. So as you exhale, start to bring your feet in towards the mat. Plant the backs of your feet into the earth. Keep your knees bent. We'll take a back bend or 2 here. So bring your arms out long by your side so your fingertips are reaching forward. Then bring your heels in towards your fingertips. Take a breath out, let all the air leave your body. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips. Squeeze your thighs together. Notice how this might be different now as opposed to the beginning of class. Can you bring your shoulders back? Can you start to lift your hips? Lift your heart. Here for 3. Lower into. And 1, slowly lower, segmentally, upper, middle, lower, back comes down. Now option here for another bridge pose, or maybe you take wheel. So take a breath in wherever you choose to go, and exhale, release. Then as you inhale, lift up. Lift your hips, bridge or wheel pose. If you're in wheel, bring your elbows in towards your midline. Press up from your head first as you come into the ground of your head to lift up. Then cut back as you came in. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, slowly release, back down, upper, middle, lower, back comes to the earth. And as you inhale, squeeze your knees in towards your chest once again. Squeeze in.
Then start to bring your knees over your hips. As you exhale, we'll find supine figure 4 on the left. So cross your left heel over your right thigh. Bring your fingertips behind your right thigh as you draw your knee in towards your chest. Press your heel in towards your thigh. Relax your toes. Breathe into that space of tension. Relax your shoulders to the earth. Become heavy as you bring your knee towards your chest. Take a breath in. As you exhale, goalpost your arms. Let your legs fall to the right. Supine figure 4 twist. Your shoulders are rooted. Your left foot rather is coming to the right edge of your mat. Now bring your knee a little closer towards the sky. Feel the stretch also through your right hip flexor as well as you start to press your heel in towards your right thigh. This is your pause as you start to slow it down. Allow yourself to just be present here. As you inhale, start to unwind and bring your knees in towards your chest. Exhale, happy baby pose. Grab for the inside or outside arches of your feet or your ankles. Send the soles and heels of your feet up towards the sky. Maybe you rock playfully from side to side on your low back. Find that release. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, slowly unwind, then draw your knees in towards your chest. Invite one last deep squeeze into your body. So bring your forearms around your shins. Squeeze your knees in towards your lips. Maybe you lift your shoulders. Smile nice and wide. Bring the corners of your mouth towards your ears. Then squeeze your face. Squeeze every muscle in your body as you take one last deep inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Come to lie all the way down onto the mat. Let your arms and your legs fall heavy. Feel the weight of the earth support you. Soften your face, close your eyes. And I invite you here to tap into the spaces between your thoughts. As thoughts come up, can you start to tap into those moments of stillness between your thoughts to tune into the present version of yourself? I will call you out when it is time. When you're ready, and only when you are ready, gently start to invite some small movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, circle your wrists and your ankles. As you inhale, extend your fingertips long overhead, take a nice, good morning stretch. And as you exhale, roll onto your favorite side in a fetal pose. So come to rest on your right or left side. Use your forearms as a pillow as you close your eyes. Take this moment to connect to your pause. Then start to find gratitude in each moment here as you thank yourself for showing up. Thank each person here for showing up as part of your community.
As you inhale, gently start to press your way up to an easy seat. As you exhale, draw your thumbs to heart center, close your eyes. Friends, we'll seal our practice with 2 breaths here all together. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more as a team, deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. And thank you so much for showing up for your practice, for allowing me to guide you this morning. It's always an honor to be here with all of you. We draw our thumbs to our third eye, the space between our eyebrows, the seed of intuition of love. Know that the light, the student, the teacher in me, honors, loves, and sees the light, the student, the teacher in each and every one of you. From my heart to yours, we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you guys. You guys were awesome. I hope you enjoyed class. If you have any questions or feedback, you can always reach out to me. I think that's all we have. I'm teaching again tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you guys want to do a weekend class, I'd love to see you guys again. And yeah, always feel free to sign up for classes. We have a ton throughout the week. So thank you guys so much. I hope to see you on your mat soon.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Oh, Carmen, your dog is so cute. Bye.